Good morning, one and all. I hope all of you safe in your home. So stay home and stay safe. So in this pandemic situation due to COVID, so we are unable to conduct the offline classes. So that's why we have decided to start online classes of the pending objective portion. Myself, Sheshagiri, Senior Mathematics Faculty. Children, today we are going to discuss a concept in first PUC, that is quadratic equation. The topic name is quadratic equation. See, all of you having this objective material, I think. So while watching the video, you please carry the objective material of mathematics. Okay. Now, first of all, before discussing the quadratic equation, the first definition is quadratic expression. Quadratic expression. What is meant by quadratic expression? A polynomial of second degree. A polynomial of second degree. It is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. A polynomial of second degree, it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. This is called quadratic expression, where a comma b comma c are the real numbers and a value is not equal to 0, because if a value equal to 0, it is not a second degree polynomial, because the first term should be equal to 0, then it is having bx plus c, that is a linear equation. So a quadratic expression is nothing but it is a polynomial of second degree, and it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, where a comma b comma c are real numbers and a value not equal to 0. Example, then x square plus 7x plus 10. X square plus 7x plus 10. This is example for quadratic expression. Next, quadratic equation. What is meant by quadratic equation? A quadratic expression equate to 0 then it is called quadratic equation. A quadratic expression which is equal to 0, that is called quadratic equation. It is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If is equal to 0, then it is called quadratic equation. If is equal to 0 is not there, that is called quadratic expression, where A, B, C are real numbers and a value is not equals to 0. This is the definition of quadratic expression and quadratic equation. Next, definition, roots. What is meant by roots of a quadratic equation? The values of x. Why I am taking x? Because it is a quadratic equation in terms of x, because the variable is x. That's why I am taking x. The values of x satisfies quadratic equation, then they are called roots. The values of x which satisfies the quadratic equation, then they are called roots. Example, then x square minus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. It is a quadratic equation. Let x is equal to 2. According to the definition of root, if 2 is root of quadratic equation, if you substitute here, we get answer 0. Check it. 2 square minus 5 into 2 plus 6. 4 minus 10 plus 6. Answer 0. Therefore, 2 is a root. Understood? Root means the value of x which satisfy the quadratic equation. So, that is called roots of a quadratic equation. Next, solution of quadratic equation. In this solution of quadratic equation, so we have two methods. The first one is factorization method. The first one is factorization method. For example, if alpha comma beta are roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. If alpha comma beta are the roots of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, then it can be written as ax square plus bx plus c equals to a into x minus alpha and x minus beta. This is the solution of a quadratic equation in which method? Factorization method. Example, if x square minus 5x plus 6 equals to 0, if it is a quadratic equation, then how to solve this equation by using factorization method? Then x square, this minus 5x I can write minus 3x minus 2x plus 6 equals to 0. In this, if we take x common, x minus 3 minus 2 common, x minus 3. Again, which is common? X minus 3 common. Then what is remaining? X minus 2 equals to 0. Then x minus 3 equals to 0 over R, x minus 2 equals to 0. Then x equals to 3 over R, x equals to 2. These are the roots. That is nothing but the solution of the quadratic equation. We are using the first method, that is called factorization method. So, first I am explaining the synopsis and what are the concepts in quadratic equation. So, after completion of the synopsis, we will discuss the objective questions based on this quadratic equation. Okay, next, second one is Dharacharya method. Okay, so by using this method, how to find the roots? So there is nothing but solution of a quadratic equation. If ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, it is a quadratic equation. Then x is equal to, we know the formula, minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. If you take plus, we will get one root. If you take minus, we will get one more root. Totally how many roots? Two roots. Why two roots exist? Because it is a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation gives two solutions. So that's why plus or minus compulsory we need to take. Next, sum of roots, product of roots. So how to find sum of roots and product of roots of a quadratic equation? If alpha comma beta are roots of the quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, then the formula for sum of roots is minus b by a, and the formula for the product of roots is c by a. Here b is coefficient of x, a is coefficient of x square. The formula for sum of roots is minus b by a, and the formula for the product of roots is c by a. So this is the formula for finding sum of roots and product of roots of a quadratic equation. Next, nature of roots. Okay, so nature of roots. Okay, first, if ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, it is a quadratic equation. Then the term b square minus 4ac is called discriminant, and it is denoted by delta, or some textbook they will give d, both are same. If ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0 is a quadratic equation, then the term b square minus 4ac is called discriminant, and it is denoted by delta over r d. The first point, if the d value is greater than 0, then the condition roots are real and distinct. Distinct is nothing but unequal, different. Second, if d value is equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal roots. Okay, third point, if d value is less than 0, roots are imaginary. So we have one more name for this, complex. and distinct. Distinct means different. So this is the nature of roots concept. So to estimate the nature of the roots, the main we need to find the value of b square minus 4ac, that is called discriminant. Based on that value, if it is positive, the roots are real roots and distinct roots. If it is equal to 0, the roots are real and equal. If d value is less than 0, then the roots are imaginary and distinct. So this is the nature of the roots. Next, conjugate roots. The next concept is conjugate root. If x plus iy is one root of quadratic equation, it is a complex number, x plus iy is one root of quadratic equation, then other root is, just you need to take the conjugate. Conjugate in the sense the symbol will change for the imaginary part. So x minus iy is the conjugate root of x plus iy. For example, if you take, if a plus root b is one root of quadratic equation, then other root is a minus root b. So here a minus root b is called the conjugate root of a plus root b. Next definition. If alpha comma beta are roots of quadratic equation, then it is, what is the formula? X minus alpha into x minus beta is equal to 0. So when we are using this formula, if you know the roots of a quadratic equation, then how to find the equation? In that case, we are using the formula, or we have one more formula for this, x square minus sum of roots into x plus product of roots equals to 0. It is also formula. So you can use either this formula or this formula, both are same. So when we are using this formula, if you know the roots of a quadratic equation, then how to find the equation? In that case, we are using this formula. So this is roots, nature of roots, sum of roots, product of roots, conjugate root, and if you know the roots, how to find the quadratic equation. Next, few concepts which are using in objective that we will discuss. Okay, next. If alpha comma beta are roots of f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, then first point. So here the roots are alpha and beta. If the roots are minus alpha and minus beta, then how to find equation? Simple. In place of x, we can substitute minus x. That is nothing but ax square minus bx plus c equals to 0. So how we got this equation? in place of x, you need to substitute minus x. This is a quadratic equation. For example, the roots are 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. Then simple, in place of x, we need to substitute 1 by x. In place of x, we need to substitute 1 by x. Then equation is a by x square plus b by x plus c equals to 0. We will take the LCM, x square is a LCM, then a plus bx plus cx square equals to 0. Cross multiply, then we will get a plus bx plus cx square equals to 0. This is the quadratic equation if the roots are 1 by alpha, 1 by beta. Third point, if the roots are k alpha, k beta, k is a constant. If the roots are k alpha and k beta, then the quadratic equation is f of x by k equals to 0. F of x by k equals to 0 means we can substitute a x square by k square plus bx by k plus c equals to 0. We will take the LCM, k square with the LCM, then ax square plus bkx plus ck square equals to 0. Cross multiply here, then ax square plus bkx plus ck square equals to 0. So these are the important concepts for objective. So if k alpha comma k beta are the roots, then that is a quadratic equation. Next, fourth point. If one root is k times of other root, then k plus 1 whole square by k equals to b square by ac. That is a condition for the one root is k times of other root of a quadratic equation, then the condition is k plus 1 whole square by k equals to b square by ac. And last concept in this quadratic equation, that is maximum and minimum of the quadratic expression ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. So how to find the maximum and minimum value of the quadratic expression, and at which point it is having maximum and minimum? First, if a value, a is nothing but what? Coefficient of x square. If a value is greater than 0, then it has minimum value at x is equal to minus b by 2a. Minimum value at x equals to minus b by 2a, and minimum value is 4ac minus b square by 4a. 4ac minus b square by 4a. It can be written as minus discriminant by 4a. It can be written as minus discriminant, because discriminant value is b square minus 4ac. Second, if a value is less than 0, a is nothing but coefficient of x square. If a value is less than 0, then it has maximum value at x is equal to same at minus b by 2a, and a maximum value is 4ac minus b square by 4a. You take minus common, b square minus 4ac, b square minus 4ac is nothing but discriminant, so therefore minus d by 4a. So these are the maximum and minimum values of a quadratic expression. Children, so these are the synopses which are useful for objective in quadratic equation. Now we will start the problems from your objective material. So first you practice and write down all these concepts in your notes, objective notes. And objective material we just open when I am explaining the questions, because I will not dictate the question, just question number, page number I will tell, only solution I will do on board. So that's why for observing the question compulsory you need to keep the objective material with you. Okay, now chapter name quadratic equation, page number is 100. So first we will discuss the k-set corners in quadratic equation. So this quadratic equations question starts with question number 21, because up to 20 complex numbers. Okay, after completion of this I will start the complex numbers for you. So in quadratic equation, observe the first question 21. If a minus a b are the roots of a quadratic equation. If a minus a comma b are roots of the quadratic equation, x cube minus 5x square minus x plus 5 is equal to 0. Then b is a root of which equation? See, first solution. I am finding sum of roots. Formula minus b by a already we discussed. Sum is nothing but we need to add these three roots. A plus minus a plus b equals to minus of b value is minus 5. By a value is 1. Then a gets cancelled. Then b equals to 5. This is b. But this b is a root of which one? Now I will verify the options. First option, x square plus 3x minus 20 equals to 0. So if you want to verify it is root or not, if you substitute this value, you will get answer 0. 5 square 25, 3 5 is 15 minus 20, this is not equals to 0. Therefore, it is not a root of this equation. We will go with second option, x square minus 5x plus 10 equals to 0. Then x square means 25 minus 5 5 is 25 plus 10. It is also not equals to 0 because we are getting answer 10. Then I will go with option 3. Option 3 is given x square minus 3x minus 10 equals to 0. Okay. In place of x, we need to substitute 5. 5 square 25, 3 5 is 15 minus 10, then value is 0. Therefore, option 3 is correct answer for this question number 21. So this is the values. So finding roots, and what is the formula for sum of roots? Sum of roots formula is minus b by a. Okay. Next, we will discuss the second question, that is question number 22. If 1 by 3 minus 5x into, this question is asked in KSET 2010, that equals to a by 3 minus 5x plus b by 2 plus 3x. Then we need to find the ratio of a and b, that is nothing but A is to B value we need to find. If you take the LCM, then 1 is equal to A into 2 plus 3x plus B into 3 minus 5x. So, to get the value of A, let x equals to, you substitute 3 by 5. Why I am substituting 3 by 5? If you substitute 3 by 5, this total term will becomes 0, then we will get A value. Similarly, for getting B value, let x is equal to minus 2 by 3. Why? Because if you substitute minus 2 by 3 here, this total term becomes 0, then we will get B value. First, in place of x, substitute 3 by 5. Then 1 is equal to A into 2 plus 3 into 3 by 5, 9 by 5 plus the other value becomes 0. Then 1 is equal to A into 5 2 just 10 plus 9, 19 by 5. Then 19 by 5 go to that side, 5 by 19, that is the value of A. Okay. Next, in place of x, we are substituting minus 2 by 3. Then 1 is equal to, if you substitute minus 2 by 3, this total term becomes 0 plus B into 3 minus 5 into minus 2 by 3, 10 by 3. Now 1 equals to B into 3 3 just 9 plus 10, 19 by 3. This 19 by 3 go to that side, then 3 by 19, that is the value of B. But in question we require answer A is to B, that is nothing but 19 19 cancel, then answer is 5 is to 3, that is the answer for this question. 5 is to 3, that is nothing but option 2 is the correct answer. Hi students, we completed already 2 questions in this quadratic equation. Next, third question, question number 23. In question number 23, they are given alpha, beta, gamma are roots of x cube minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Then sigma 1 by alpha plus beta minus gamma, this value we need to find. Okay. So it is a cubic equation, it is not a quadratic equation. Cubic equation means it contains how many roots? 3 roots. That's why. Solution: x cube minus 2x plus 1 equals to 0. It is a cubic equation. This cubic equation I can factorize like this: x cube minus 0x square minus 2x plus 1. We know the long division method, and I am dividing with x minus 1. Then x square you multiply, x into x square, x cube minus 1 into x square minus x square. Now symbols will change, x cube gets cancelled. Now 0x square plus x square, then x square minus 2x plus 1. Then x into x, if you put x square minus 1 into x minus x, then symbols will change, x square cancel, minus 2x plus x minus x plus 1. Now if you take minus 1, then x into minus 1 minus x, minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1, then symbols will change, these two gets cancelled, the remainder will be 0. Therefore, this cubic equation can be written as x minus 1 into x square plus x minus 1 equals to 0. So from this you will get x minus 1 equals to 0 and x square plus x minus 1 equals to 0. So from this we will get x value is 1, and from this we are using the formula x equals to minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, that equals to minus 1 plus or minus root 5 by 2. If you take plus, we'll get one root. If you take minus, we'll get another root. Therefore, the first root will be alpha and the second root will be beta and third root will be gamma. So, first I am finding 1 by alpha plus beta minus gamma. If you simplify, then 1 by alpha value 1, if you add these two, root 5 cancel, minus 1 minus 2 by 2 minus 1 will get. See, alpha value is 1, you need to subtract beta and gamma. If you subtract, what will happen? Now this minus 1 gets cancelled, then root 5 plus root 5, 2 root 5 by 2, then plus root 5 will get answer. Next, 1 by beta plus gamma minus alpha, that equals to 1 by beta plus gamma. If you add these two, root 5 cancel, minus 2 by 2, minus 1 and minus 1, then minus 1 by 2 will get. Next, third one, 1 by gamma plus alpha minus beta. Okay, then alpha value is 1, gamma minus beta, this minus this. Now here also what will get? Minus root 5 minus 2 root 5. Then gamma minus beta, I am finding simplifying here. Gamma minus beta is minus 1 minus root 5 by 2 minus 1 plus root 5 by 2. Now here minus 1 cancel. Here what will get? Plus 1, minus 1 plus 1 bits cancel. Now here what is remaining? Minus root 5 minus 2 root 5 minus 2 root 5 by 2, the alpha minus beta. So here alpha value I wrote 1. Next we need to subtract gamma minus beta. Gamma minus beta I can simplify here, minus 2 root 5 by 2, that is minus root 5. I can write minus root 5. Therefore, we got three values. What is the meaning of summation? 1 by first value alpha plus beta minus gamma plus 1 by beta plus gamma minus alpha plus 1 by gamma plus alpha minus beta. We need to add these values. If you add these values, first value is 1 by 1 plus root 5, second value minus 1 by 2, third value 1 by 1 minus root 5. If you simplify the first and last by taking LCM, what will get? Because here the first value root 5 cancel, then minus 1 by 2 will get. That is a simplification of the first term and last term. One more minus 1 by 2 is there, then minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, that is nothing but answer is minus 1. Option 3 is the correct answer for this question. That is question number 23. Next, 24th question. Log base 2 9 power x minus 1 plus 7 minus log base 2 3 power x minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, then x values are. Okay. Now it is in the form of log a minus log b. Log a minus log b can be written as log of a by b, that is 9 power x minus 1 plus 7 by 3 power x minus 1 plus 1 base 2 is equal to 2. Now it can be written as 9 power x minus 1 plus 7 by 3 power x minus 1 plus 1 equals to, if this value go to that side, becomes 2 square, and this 9 power x minus 1 can be written as 3 square whole power x minus 1 plus 7 by 3 power x minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 4. Now let 3 power x minus 1 is equal to y I am taking. Now this equation is y square plus 7 by y plus 1 is equal to 4, because this is y square plus 7 by y plus 1 is equal to 4. Cross multiply, then what will get? Y square plus 7 equals to 4y plus 4. So from this, y square minus 4y plus 3 equals to 0. It is a quadratic equation in terms of y. If you factorize this equation, we can write y minus 1 into y minus 3 equals to 0. From this we will get y value 1 and y value is 3. But in place of y, we can substitute 3 power x minus 1. 3 power x minus 1 is equal to 1. 3 power x minus 1 is equal to 3. Next, 3 power x minus 1 is equal to this 1, I can write 3 power 0. Next, 3 power x minus 1 is equal to this 3, I can written as 3 power 1. When the bases are equal, powers also equal. Now the power is x minus 1 is equal to 0. Here the power is x minus 1 is equal to 1. Then x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. So these are the solutions of the given condition. Then x equals to 1 and x equals to 2. That is nothing but first option is the correct answer for this question. Okay. Next question. Question number 25. If x minus 1 is factor of x power 5 minus 4x cube plus 2x square minus 3x plus k equals to 0, then we need to find k value. Okay. So here f of x equals to x power 5 minus 4x cube plus 2x square minus 3x plus k equals to 0. Given x minus 1 is a factor. If x minus 1 is a factor, then minus 1 go to that side, plus 1, then x is equal to 1 is a root. Understood? Why plus 1? If you send minus 1 that side, it is equal to plus 1, then it is a root. What is meant by root? The value of x which satisfies the given equation. That implies if you substitute 1 in the given function, the answer must and should is equal to 0. Means in place of x, we can substitute 1, then 1 power 5 minus 4 into 1 plus 2 into 1 square, 3 into 1 plus k equals to 0. Then 1 plus 2, 3 minus 7 plus k equals to 0. Then minus 4 plus k equals to 0. Then k value is 4. So k equals to 4 is a correct answer. That is nothing but option 2 is the correct answer for this question number 25. Next, we will discuss question number 26. If alpha, beta, gamma are roots of the cubic equation x cube plus 4x plus 2 equals to 0, then we need to find the value of alpha cube plus beta cube plus gamma cube. This value we need to find. Okay. So first of all, the equation can be written as x cube. There is no x square term, that's why I am taking 0x square plus 4x plus 2 equals to 0. So first I am finding sum of roots. Formula minus b by a, that is b value 0, 0 by anything 0. Product of roots. Okay. And this is nothing but d by a. D is 2 by 1, that is 2. So finally we know that sum of roots and product of roots. But we have a formula in algebra. If a plus b plus c equals to 0, then a cube plus b cube plus c cube value is what? 3abc. Already we know this formula in 8th and 9th standard. So in place of abc they given alpha, beta, gamma. That implies alpha cube plus beta cube plus gamma cube is equal to 3 alpha into beta into gamma. That equals to 3 into alpha into beta into gamma, that is nothing but 2. Then 3 2 just 6 is the answer for this question. That is nothing but option 3 is the correct answer. Okay. So this is the first session in quadratic equations. So we will continue the remaining problems in second session. Students, before practicing the questions, so first, what are the synopsis I explained in the starting? That synopsis you need to write down in your notes and read the synopsis. Then only start the problem, because in objective without synopsis solving problems is very difficult, because first we need to learn the synopsis. If you are perfect synopsis, then only you solve the problems. So thank you. We will continue the class in next session. Thank you very much.